Off the coast of present-day North Carolina, south of Albemarle Sound, lies a mystery that has still remained unsolved, known as Roanoke Island. In 1587, Sir Walter Raleigh established a colony on Roanoke Island, which was led by his proxy, John White. Their mission was to establish a new colony for England's crown in the New World to help curtail the territories being claimed in the Americas by the Spanish. But their journey had been ill-fated and entrenched with hardship right from the start. When the settlers arrived on Roanoke Island in 1587, not only did they not bring enough supplies and provisions to last them through the winter, in an eye-opening reality, the colonists, not understanding the challenges of building a new settlement in a foreign territory, had all come with very limited experience in farming, hunting, and fishing, which made it difficult for them to obtain food to survive in this harsh land. What made matters worse, they had arrived on the island in the midst of a drought, which made the efforts of growing crops and obtaining fresh water almost impossible. With morale and food supplies running very low, and with tensions running very high among the colony, White eventually decided to return to England for provisions and reinforcements, leaving behind the colonists on Roanoke Island in August 1587. It was much to John White's surprise upon his return that he found that England was deeply embroiled in a war with Spain, and all ships were being turned over for military purposes, including his own. After many requests and petitions to return to the forsaken colony, it wasn't until 3 years later before he was permitted to return to the island. When he brought back a ship and crew on the evening of August 15th, 1590, while anchored at the nearby Croatoan Island, the crew sighted plumes of smoke on Roanoke Island. The following morning they observed more smoke on the south end of Croatoan, but upon investigation found nothing. 2 days later, on August 17th, they sighted a fire on the north end of Roanoke and immediately rowed towards it. But in their efforts, they reached the island after nightfall and decided not to risk coming ashore for fear of a nighttime attack by hostile natives. The men spent the night in their anchored boats, singing English songs in the hopes that the colonists would hear them. When John White finally found the colony he left behind, he discovered the outpost of 115 settlers had vanished without a trace. What was further baffling was there was no signs of struggle or violence, and no buildings had been burned down or destroyed. The only clue to the colonists' whereabouts was the word Croatoan and Crow carved into a post and a tree. White continued searching the surrounding areas and the island for any sign of the colonists, but nothing except a haunted, empty silence. A few theories had developed on the fate of the colonists, such as being taken in by a nearby Native American tribe, such as the Croatoan tribe. Some historians believe that the colonists may have intermarried with the tribe and become assimilated into their culture, or may have been attacked and killed by a local tribe who were not happy about the settlers' presence in the area. Some historians believe the colonists simply did not have the resources to survive on Roanoke Island and simply perished due to disease, famine, and other hardships. Others suggest that they were the victim of a curse. Whatever the truth may be, the Roanoke incident remains one of the most enduring mysteries of American history, and what exactly happened to the settlers who called the island home is still inconclusive.